Hey everybody, and welcome back to the HobbyDude 007 channel. Our buddy Adam over at SoDak Model Cars posted a question to the community several days ago, and I've been mulling it over. Let me give you my thoughts on it. Stick around. Okay, so what was this question that Adam asked? Well, he wanted to know how we approach models. How do we approach our model building? What our style, I guess, kind of is. Out of box, do you build specifically for shows and contests? Things like that. Well, as I thought about this, y'all know from watching the channel, it's very hard for me to even consider doing something out of box. There's always that little something that while it's in the display case, you got to have something that pleases you. And up front, let's remember that the biggest reason all of us do this is to have fun. And I like being challenged. So the fun of most of this is the challenge of getting it right and pleasing me. I want to please myself. Y'all know I've repeated this over and over and over. I love research. When I get a car and I want to do something specific, or if I want to do a gasser out of something that there's not been a gasser of, or I haven't seen it in a long time, or, I want to go back and I want to research the era, what the rules are, the NHRA rule book from 1963 or 65 or whatever, and get it as close to right. And again, it's not about contests. I've got cars that I've built and detailed for me that have never seen a showroom or a contest table, a show table. It's not about that. When it's in that case, I know it's there. I've shared with you many times too, and I know I'm saying that a lot, but I've shared with you that you won't see this or you won't see that, but I know it's there. And so it's what I want. The 70 Plymouth Roadrunner that the group did, that was one that I made some tweaks and changes, little bitty things that you guys probably didn't even pay one bit of attention to. For example, on that car, the gas cap. I made even the little gripper thing that you turn to take it off on there. And I did that for me. Nobody else is really going to even pay any attention to that or see it. But hey, I know it's there, and it was fun to add those little tweaks that I know are there. As far as building for contests, yeah, I do. But it's not about taking them to win things. I love the challenges. The Radwood Challenge in Atlanta this past year. Oh, I had to build for that. I wasn't sure what it was going to be, but Bob Downey, my buddy, gave me an idea, and I went with it. The year before that, Precious Metals, and I came up with the Fab Shop car. Birmingham, there was the wheelie cars and donks and things like that. And I even did something that was way outside of my ballpark with my wheelie car, my 70 Roadrunner drag car. A couple of years ago, the CKM show had the theme of flatheads, and I built a car and just an engine, the flathead, if you may remember, just for that show. I love challenges because it gets me out of that ballpark of building the same old thing. But it also, when you're doing these things, you find new techniques, either from other people, you guys on YouTube, or you discover stuff on your own. And I love that kind of stuff. Now, I've been to many a show and again, never taken a thing. And I have shared some stuff that, not contest worthy, but to share what we've done. A lot of times when we finish a project, let's face it, let's be honest, we're proud of it, even if it is just for ourselves, and we might want to show it to other people. Whether it's out of box, whatever it is, I enjoy seeing great, clean work. And the basics of model cars is just that. Started for all of us probably out of box. And it's just a ton of fun. When I get into full-blown detail stuff like I'd like to do NASCAR's different race cars, I actually do a build sheet you know what? When I share my NASCAR build for Atlanta, I'm going to show you the actual build sheet. Just like if you go to Resto Mods or any of these guys that build the real cars, they have a build sheet. It goes through everything that they've done to the car, every aftermarket, all that kind of stuff. Well, I do build sheets on most of my builds, and I know that sounds maybe silly, but I enjoy the research. I enjoy doing the build sheets. And then the great thing about the build sheets is you just mark it off as you go. You know, I am going to do that video on that one coming up maybe this week, and I'll share that with you. But you can mark it off as you go. It's just a lot of fun. My approach on this stuff is I want it to be accurate for me again. And that is part of the fun. A lot of people go, man, you're just creating more work for yourself. Actually, it's a lot of fun for me. And the thing is, build for you, for yourself. If you want to do it straight out of the box, knock it out, man. But the important thing is, if you're having fun doing it that way, if you're having fun however you're doing it, just have fun. Relax. I enjoy the assembly. I enjoy the painting. There's a few little things that I kind of get to that I go, oh, here we go. You know, this is the tedious part. But you know what? If it wasn't fun, if it wasn't challenging, I wouldn't do it. And this is all about that. And what we're doing even right now is sharing. And Adam, thank you so much for the question. I don't even know if I've rambled through it right or not. It's one of those things that I like to do, whether it's, again, just something, as you see in the background sometimes on my desk or my bench. You see the cars that are in the cases, and I have them there, and I encourage you guys to do that too. Put them where you can see your work. It gives you a sense of pride, number one. It gives you another reason is inspiration. And hey, I need all the inspiration sometimes I can get. And of course, being a Petty fan, you notice most of them are Petty cars and Mopars and that kind of stuff. And hey, I just enjoy looking at those things. If nobody else ever sees them, so what? I do, and that's what it's all about. Adam, thanks again for that question. I don't, again, know if I even touched on what it is, but how I approach it is, if I want something for the desktop or to look at and something kind of easy, but I want to put my own touches on it, my own little details here and there, that's great. That's all I do. But if I get into things a little more in-depthly, then yeah, I probably do more. But okay, guys, I've rambled through this enough. All right. If you need something to jump on, go over to HobbyNut Models. Check Mark's inventory out, the tools, the paint. He carries MCW. Great stuff. Check him out. And I think that's it. Oh, and the Teespring store. I hadn't mentioned that in a while, but head over and check out the Teespring store too. Guys, God loves you. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.